The 50-30-20 rule is the most repeated piece of budgeting advice on the internet. 50% of income to needs, 30% to wants, 20% to savings. It made millions of people feel in control of their money for the first time. It is also, for a growing share of Americans in 2026, mathematically impossible to follow. And that gap is quietly keeping people poor while they believe they are the ones doing something wrong. Here is the mechanism. The rule was created by Elizabeth Warren and her daughter in the book All You're Worth, designed around the cost of living in 2005. The math assumed needs, housing, food, utilities, insurance, minimum debt payments, would consume roughly half of take-home pay. That assumption no longer holds. In 2026, the average American spends 34% of income on housing alone, according to Wealthview's 2026 analysis. Add groceries, utilities, insurance, and transportation, and needs regularly exceed 50% before a single discretionary dollar is spent. In many major metro areas, rent alone consumes 35 to 50% of take-home pay, for the Free Financial Advisor's March 2026 reporting. The Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland has documented that rent inflation has consistently outpaced wage growth across most U.S. metros over the past decade. The rule is not being broken by lattes. It is being broken by a cost structure the rule was never designed to handle. So what happens when someone tries to follow it anyway? They blame themselves for failing a rule that was never mathematically possible for their city, their rent, their income. That self-blame is the actual trap, not the percentages themselves. Following a rule built for 2005 housing costs inside a 2026 housing market does not make you undisciplined. It makes you chronically behind on a savings target you were never going to hit, while feeling like the failure is personal rather than structural. The shame is misplaced. The math was wrong for your situation from the start. The fix is not abandoning structure entirely. It is building your own ratio from your actual numbers, not a decade-old formula calibrated to a different economy. We show you exactly how next. Follow the wealth logic. We run the numbers nobody else bothers to run.